In this video, I'm going to walk you through how I get believable lip sync and performance on AI-driven characters, and how I turn those outputs into ready-to-post shorts without losing my mind. I've tried pretty much every lip sync tool out there, and full transparency, a lot of them are hit or miss. But by the end of this, you'll see 3 practical workflows that actually work in production. And I'll show you how to use a smart automation tool to turn those long takes into a steady stream of social clips so you don't have to babysit posting all week. Let's jump in. First up, prompt-driven facial animation, which is the I just want to type a sentence and get a talking photo scenario. Tons of services promise this. Some give you super robotic lips, others give you weird micro-expressions that look off. One of my favorite quick-turn tools for this type of thing is the newer prompt-to-video APIs, which let you upload a still and type in the line. The model then outputs several takes so you can pick the best one that matches your vision. Here's what I usually do. Grab a high-quality portrait. I shot a guy in a coffee shop for this example. Then in the prompt interface, I select the generation mode that returns multiple variations. That's key. More iterations means you can pick the take with the most believable micro-expressions for the final product. I'll type the line, choose a higher quality model setting if available, and generate 4 or 5 versions for review. Most times I'll get something decent. One take will have a convincing mouth shape, another will nail the eye movement. Pick the best one that captures the right energy for your specific scene. Heads up though, these outputs often come back in lower resolution and they can look a bit soft or lacking in crispness. Don't immediately upscale in the generator's built-in option. Some of those upscales introduce weird visual artifacts. Instead, download the original and run it through a dedicated upscaler like Topaz Video AI for professional results. I typically push it to 4K using a general-purpose model, turn aggressive detail recovery down a little, and keep the frame rate native. That preserves the original performance while getting the necessary pixel density for higher-end projects on any platform. Once you've got a crisp clip, the thing most creators forget is how to turn one nice take into social content. That's where the automation platform comes in. Toss your longer MP4 into the automation tool and let its auto-editing engine find the punchy, viral-sized moments. It'll pull segments, add clean intros, outros, and even suggest appropriate captioning automatically. Then use the auto-schedule feature to line up daily posts across all your various platforms instantly. No more manually clipping for Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts. This tool does the legwork and gives you a calendar to preview everything. This creates a natural, low-effort workflow, and you end up with a conversation scene you can actually publish right away. Next scenario, you already have the perfect audio, maybe a voice actor or a killer TTS line, and you want to map that exact performance to a still portrait. This is where a lot of tools promise magic and ultimately fall short, often looking like a talking puppet in the final output. The better approach is to generate stellar audio first, export the wave, then use a service specifically good at photo to video with that audio input. Avatar-focused services do this well. Upload your image, drop in the audio, and then generate the synced sequence. You can optionally add a prompt for the motion style or direction, like asking for an assertive gesture while speaking. The resulting mouth shapes can be surprisingly dynamic and expressive when the tool works as intended. Sometimes you'll still get jitter or odd frame cadence, often caused by frame duplication or low native frames per second. So I usually run those outputs through the dedicated upscaler again, but this time using a micro detail model and enabling frame interpolation. The result is cleaner motion, smoother lips, and far fewer weird jump cuts in the final clip. Important note, other services can cost a lot per minute or only offer templates that don't match your specific scene needs. The avatar services that handle custom audio uploads give you direct control, making them a practical choice for independent creators. But no matter how good the lip sync is, you still need to get the clips out to social. That's another place the automation tool shines brightly. Feed the full generated scene into the automation software and let it surface those short, snackable segments automatically. You can tweak the suggested cuts, add those vital auto captions, and then schedule them by frequency so the AI posts for you. I ran a couple of quick tests to illustrate this. One clip where the woman adjusts her hair mid-line. A tricky motion because the hand covers the lips. For that hair move, adding a descriptive prompt like slight smile helped the generator maintain continuity through the action. Results weren't always perfect. Sometimes the hair intersects oddly, but in a finished edit, you can cut to reaction shots or rerun a new generation. Again, instead of manually prepping a dozen variants, load them all into the automation suite and let it pull the best moments for you. Finally, my absolute favorite, transplanting a real performance from one clip onto a character in a completely different scene. This is for when you have a driving performance, maybe a webcam take, and you want that exact energy on a different face in your scene. The newer performance mapping tools have made this workflow very approachable by mapping expressions and mouth movements directly. Pro tip, shoot your driving performance to match the target angle and distance as closely as possible for the best results. Act 2 can be picky if the target face is obscured or turned too far away, so planning your source plates is absolutely essential. The results can be incredibly impressive as the system composites the performance onto the original character with multiple iterations to try. If the tool complains it can't find the face, a quick reframe or trying a slightly different source take usually fixes the issue immediately. Once you have that composited beauty, you'll still want to polish things like color match, noise reduce, or sharpen any micro expressions. For a lot of my work, I again send it through that micro detail upscaler and then straight into the automation platform. Why the automation tool? Because you could spend hours hunting for that perfect 15-second slice that actually plays well on TikTok. Or you can let the system do it in minutes. It finds key moments, applies smart captions, and helps you repurpose one performance into a week's worth of content. The content calendar then lets you schedule and manage those posts across platforms, so everything goes live at the optimal times you set manually. A couple of broad comparisons. One tool is great for compositing, but often manual for clipping and distribution. Other avatar apps are fast for single-shot lip syncs, but they sometimes lack control over clip selection and that final post workflow. The audio generator makes the source material golden, but it is not a full editing suite for sequencing clips. And the upscaler is the best for finishing pixels. But again, it's a single-purpose tool that only handles resolution. Put another way, most tools do one part really well: generate, translate, or polish. But you still need a glue layer for scale. That essential glue layer? The automation tool fits that role perfectly without trying to replace your creative choices. It doesn't try to replace the creative tools, it just turns your long video work into a stream of shorts that actually get watched by people. To show you how I bundle everything, create the performance with your preferred combo, polish the frames if you need higher resolution, then import the result. Let the automation tool's auto-editing scan for viral moments, review the suggested clips, tweak the captions, and set the auto-schedule frequency. Use the content calendar to visualize when each piece publishes. And if you want more control, you can always drag clips around or split them up manually. It's the fastest way I've found to take a long-form scene and turn it into consistent social output without becoming the person who lives in the export queue. So yeah, are the lip syncs 100% perfect every single time? Not always, but that's okay. But the performance and fidelity you can get now from a typed prompt or a single audio file is wild compared to just a few years ago. And when you combine generation tools with a publishing engine, like the automation platform, you get a workflow that's sustainable for creators needing volume. If you want to stay on top of new AI filmmaking tricks, I post more breakdowns and workflows like this one frequently. And if you try this pipeline, tell me which combo felt best. Did you like pure prompt to video, or did performance transfer win for you? Either way, get your long takes into a tool that understands social output, because that scheduling and clip picking saves more time than you even realize. You'll be posting smarter, not harder, and maximizing the value of every single performance capture you create. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.